welcome to our virtual workshop. Our workshop today is titled Growing Young Entrepreneurs. So my name is Haranee and I'm the Consultant Psychologist at Absolute Technologies. As we celebrate the vibrant festival of Deepavali today, a time of light, joy, and also new beginnings, I am very excited to be here with all of you today. Just like the vibrant decorations that brightens our home, you as parents, you have the incredible opportunity to actually illuminate the path for your children. You can help them explore their own potential, and entrepreneurship can be a fantastic way for you to do that. So today we'll be embarking on a journey together. We'll uncover what entrepreneurship means for our kids, and I will be sharing some fun and surprising facts along the way. So stay tuned. Are you ready? Okay, so imagine the joy of watching your children turn their passions into exciting ventures. Just like the festive spirit of Deepavali, how it inspires us to share our talents and also our creativities to people with the people around us. So let's gather our collective wisdom today and let's light the way for our young entrepreneurs and let's create a brighter future for them and also for our community. So I'm thrilled to have all of y'all here. Maybe we can start with a fun fact. So, did you know that there's a study that shows children as young as 3 years old, they can have entrepreneurial instincts. So, there's a study from the University of Cambridge that says children who play pretend frequently, they can improve their creativity and their problem-solving skills. So, a solid basis for future entrepreneurial thinking, it's laid by this creative play. So not only your child, they're having fun when they set up a lemonade stand or they have a play store, but they're also learning important skills like basic math, the concept of bargaining, and also the concept of customer service. So imagine the possibilities. These playful activities, they're not just innocent games. They're actually the building blocks of innovation, the building blocks of entrepreneurship. And the key here is that we as parents, we should understand how to nurture these skills at home. So let's see, before we jump into the strategies, the tips that I'm going to share with you today, let's take a moment to just define what is entrepreneurship, especially in the context for children. Entrepreneurship for children, it's not just about, starting a business. It's about cultivating creativity, resilience, and also problem solving skills. This is a mindset that children should have. So children with entrepreneurial skills, they can think critically, they can adapt to changes that happens around them, they can pursue their passions. So these are the qualities that are very important in both life and also business. Alright, so shall we explore 10 practical ways that you can use as parents to inspire your kids to pursue business? So I will go in detail about all the real life applications and how you can, use these tips to enhance the entrepreneurial mindset for your kids. So number one, encourage imaginative play. So imaginative play is critical. So give your kids creative toys, give them dress up outfits, give them art tools or building blocks. You can create scenarios where your child maybe can act like they're selling the item, run a mock business. So this allows them to actually act out different roles and they will learn about the different aspects of entrepreneurship when they're just playing pretend. So number two, you should provide your child with the opportunities to be responsible. So responsibility is the key of success. So when you assign your child with simple tasks, just like maybe managing their snack budget or taking care of a pet, you are actually indirectly instilling a sense of ownership, the sense of responsibility in them. The kid might be young, but when you give them a pet to take care of, they would gradually start feeling the sense of ownership in them. Or for example, you can also let your child plan a family meal within a budget. You tell them maybe I'll give you 50 ringgit. Try to plan a dinner meal for tonight. So this will give them the idea of planning, how to make a decision, and how they can be good in financial literacy. That brings us to our third tip, which is introduce basic financial literacy. So for kids to have entrepreneurial mindset, they need to know how to manage their finances well, right? So Teaching your kids about money can be really, really fun. So use real life situations to make it more engaging. Using real life situations like grocery shopping, you can discuss prices with your child, teach them about budgeting. You can create savings chart to, let's say when you give them allowance, create a savings chart, make it visual, let them see it every day. They know how much they are saving. So there are also apps, that you can give your kids, you can introduce them to how they can manage the money in a more gamified way. So kids nowadays, they like games, right? So you can also use these kind of apps to teach them how to save their money, to let them see how much they have saved. So this will indirectly also encourage them, motivate them to save more. Um, Moving on to the fourth strategy. As parents, for your kids, you are the first supporter that should be there. So support their interest. If your child shows interest in any particular area, encourage them to further explore it. So it can be arts, it can be science, technology, it can be anything at all. But you have to provide resources, opportunities, give them a chance to attend classes, materials to use, help them develop their skills. And when they're in these classes, they might come back with a project. So make sure you celebrate their efforts, showcase their work. You can put it on the fridge or keep it at a prominent place in your house. This will make them feel encouraged, make them feel valued. And then number five, encouraging teamwork. Try to collaborate on family projects or activities. Maybe where your child can try to work with the people around them. This can be very simple. Maybe you can try organizing a family event, a birthday party maybe, or try to bring them to work on a community service project. So these kind of activities will actually foster communication skills and collaborative skills. And it's a very essential trait when it comes for entrepreneurs. Model entrepreneurial behavior. So for children, especially for young children, parents, you are their role model. You're the first people that your child will look up to. So as a parent, model entrepreneurial behavior. So you can start by actually sharing your own experiences, how you have succeeded in some activities, how you have failed in some. Show them that tackle how you tackle projects, how you tackle a tough situation, how you face challenges, and also how you persist through these difficulties. So when you share your experience, they will tend to understand that everyone has challenges and everyone can face their challenges. So as a role model for your kids, when you teach them all this entrepreneurial behavior of how to tackle through challenges, they will learn a lot about resilience. They will learn about how they can solve problem. And when they face the same situation later on in life, they will tend to use the same approach that you taught them. Um, so now let's move on to the seventh tip, which is fostering critical thinking. So, children usually they don't feel comfortable talking to their parents. So try to talk to your kids about any issues or any difficulties that you think they might be encountering in daily basis. So as parents, try to encourage them to come up with solutions. Ask them open-ended questions. So for example, maybe when you ask them what they want to have for dinner, just try, do you want to have burger for dinner? That would be a closed-ended question because they will answer yes or no. Try to ask open-ended questions like, what do you think you want to have for dinner? Or what do you think we can prepare for dinner? So when you ask them questions like this will encourage them to think out of the box, to experiment more. And this will eventually lead them to think critically in the future. Allow for failures. So make sure your kids understand that failure is a very, very important part in the aspect of learning about life. So talk about lessons that they have gained from any experiences and discuss how they can approach it differently the next time they face it. So try to acknowledge the effort rather than the final result. Every step your child takes towards solving the problem, try to acknowledge that, celebrate it, congratulate them. That was a very good step that you took. That's a very good idea that you have. These are the things that will help them feel confident about themselves. So number nine, try to create a business environment at home. What I mean by business environment at home is I'm not telling you to set up a shop at home. What I mean is that you can create an area in your house where kids, they can operate an imaginary company. What I mean by imaginary company, it can be a superhero agency, it can be a pet sitting service, anything that is imaginary. Or maybe they can start a space where they can sell their crafts. So this is where your child can practice entrepreneurship. They can they'll be in a secure place and they can practice entrepreneurship. They will learn a lot of they will gain a lot of practical experiences when they try to talk, they try to sell it to their siblings. They will learn about the concept of discounts, bargaining, and also the importance of giving very good customer service. So these are the things that you as parents you can do. So let's move on to the final tip in how as you as a parent you can you can come up help your child with entrepreneurial mindset. So the last one would be celebrating their efforts. Celebrating their efforts is basically appreciating them for what they're doing. So appreciation is really, really important. So recognize even when they do the smallest thing. Let's say they just finished reading a 10-page book. Acknowledge them, acknowledge that accomplishment. Tell them, wow, you're so smart. That's a very good start. Keep on reading more books. These are the things that um it will make them feel valued. They will feel very happy that their parents realize and their parents can see what they're doing. And recognize even the smallest accomplishments means that even when they finish a project, let's say a school project, when they finish it, acknowledge them. Pick up when they pick up a new skill, maybe like learning how to do a card or baking. Try to uh, appreciate each of their skills. Establish a family custom. Try to celebrate victories over dinner. Let's say they successfully finish reading 20 books. Establish family customs, and this would actually encourage a supportive environment for their business. So let's explore some fascinating concepts together on the highlight that why is it so important to nurture entrepreneurship in children. So first of all, one of the foundational ideas in developing young entrepreneurs is the concept of growth mindset, which is popularized by a psychologist called Carol Dweck. So this mindset revolves around the belief that abilities and intelligence, they can be developed through effort and also perseverance. So children with a growth mindset, they tend to view their challenges as an opportunity for them to grow, for them to be better. So, for instance, let's say they're struggling with a problem. So rather than they feel defeated, oh, I cannot do this, they will tend to persist. They will tend to seek help, maybe try out different strategies on how they can solve the problems. These are how children with growth mindset should be. You can also encourage growth mindset at home by focusing on efforts, just and talent. So instead of saying you're so smart, try saying I'm really impressed. You can say I'm really impressed with how hard you're working. So this small change can actually help your child to feel more resilient. They'll be willing to face more challenges in the future. And this is all very important qualities for any entrepreneur. Secondly, intrinsic motivation. So there's two types of motivation in general. First one is extrinsic and second one is intrinsic. The extrinsic motivation is when, let's say your child has accomplish something and then you want to give them a reward. That is extrinsic, which means there's something that they gain out of it. Intrinsic is all about when they're driven by curiosity. So when children are driven by curiosity, they tend to take the initiative. They tend to follow their passion, their interest. So for example, let's say a child who loves building with blocks. When they start playing with Legos, they might spend hours and hours creating amazing structures. But these structures are not built because they will get a reward out of it. But it's simply because they love doing that. So just because they love doing the things, they are curious of how it will turn out in the future. These are the type of intrinsic motivation that they will have. So to help nurture this motivation, give your kids the freedom they need to explore the things that uh, they like. So maybe you can provide opportunities, provide materials for them, and celebrate their discoveries. Maybe you can also encourage them to dive deeper into what really excites them. So this not only helps them to develop entrepreneurial skills, but it also helps them to foster a lifelong love for learning, to learn new things. The next one would be social learning theory. There's a theory called social learning theory. It's by Albert Bandura, one of the most renowned psychologists. So this theory, it highlights about how children imitate by watching and imitating others. So when children actually sees adults engaging in entrepreneurial mindset, goes back to the same thing where parents are the first role model. This theory, it highlights how children learn by watching and observing the people around them. So when kids see adults engaging in entrepreneurial activities, like maybe brainstorming or solving problems or handling setbacks, they are more likely to copy these behaviors. So maybe as parents, you can model entrepreneurial behavior at home. Share your own experience, whether it's, tackling a DIY project or starting a new hobby or facing a work challenge. Show your child that you deal with problems and celebrate both success and your learning moments. So these are the things that will teach them the practical skills that is important, and also illustrate that entrepreneurship, it's not just straight to success. It's a process of trying, failing, and learning. It's a continuous cycle. So, as we wrap up today, let's take a moment to appreciate the positive change that you can bring to your child's journey as a budding entrepreneur. So, by learning how you can support their entrepreneurial spirit, you're not just helping them to, develop the business skills. You're also helping them to develop essential life skills that will help them in many areas of life. So, these skills that they have, they will gain confidence from pursuing entrepreneurial activities that will empower them to actually tackle challenges beyond just business endeavors. Additionally, when you understand about your child's unique strengths and interests, it can help you to tailor your parenting style to suit their entrepreneurial journey. For example, let's say you discover your child has a knack for creativity. You can encourage your child to maybe explore arts and crafts or even invent new products. They'll come up like with a new character or come up with a new toy for you to use at home. So when they show strong social skills, you can also guide them towards this activity that involves teamwork and communication. Maybe you can start involving them in communities that have this kind of activities going on. When as parents, when you recognize their talents and also their areas for growth, you will have a clearer picture of how you, as parents, you can nurture the entrepreneurial mindset. It's important that this targeted support, right? It will not only help them to succeed in their current endeavors, but also it will set a very good foundation for their future. So you're not helping them to succeed now, but you're helping them to succeed all the way, all the way to their future. Mhm. So you'll be fostering an environment where they feel safe to experiment, to make mistakes, to learn from all of it, and also to gain the skills that they need to, navigate through the world of entrepreneurship. So ultimately, the steps that you as parents are taking today to nurture your child's entrepreneurial spirit will leave a lasting impact. So you can empower your child to confidently explore their passions, confidently seize the opportunities that they see around them as they grow. So you're not helping them to just develop a business mindset, but you're actually preparing them to thrive in all aspects of life. So based on our discussions, we know that DNA, it can provide very, very, very valuable insights for your child's unique strengths, help you guide them to success. So here at Absolute Genetic Technologies, we have we have a test called Decode Talent DNA Test, DTDT, where you can explore 50 different traits that is related to your child's talent, intelligence, emotional well-being, personality, and also their overall wellness. So this test can reveal fascinating informations, whether your child has a natural talent for language, music, or what is their best learning styles, or even what sport might actually suit them the best. So in this test, you can also learn the potential tendencies for certain behaviors such as addiction to alcohol, gambling, and how you can help your child from now. So our DTDT test, it's backed up by extensive research involving over 300 genetic variations from a diverse group of 20,000 individuals in Asia. So with over 500 publications that supports our findings, DTDT is one of the most comprehensive and also one of the most accurate talent DNA tests that's available for Asian children nowadays. Trust me, as a parent, knowing your child's genetic potential can feel like you're having a cheat code for life. So this process is very, very simple. It doesn't involve you going to hospital or anywhere. The process simply starts by collecting a simple cheek swab, and then we will extract and analyze the DNA. And once the data is interpreted, we can provide you a personalized parenting report together with a free consultation to help you understand about the results. So thank you everyone for joining our parenting workshop on titled Growing Young Entrepreneurs. I hope you find our discussion today helpful and also inspiring. Okay, parents, remember our journey doesn't end here. So let's continue to support one another as we nurture our child's entrepreneurial spirits. I'm looking forward to our next gathering, and I'm looking forward to hear more amazing progress that you and your young entrepreneurs can make. Bye everyone!